It started with a chilling question that would haunt a nation for decades. Can the human mind truly be controlled, manipulated, and even reprogrammed against its will? For over 2 decades, from 1953 to 1973, the CIA believed the answer was a resounding yes, running secret and often brutal experiments on unsuspecting citizens across the United States and Canada. This was Project MKUltra, a clandestine operation involving extreme methods like hypnosis, powerful hallucinogens such as LSD, electroshock therapy, and even torture, with almost all records later systematically erased to hide its existence. In the early 1950s, intense fears of Soviet brainwashing during the Korean War prompted the CIA to launch its own counter-project, driven by a desperate need to understand and counter perceived enemy mind control tactics. Under the code name MKUltra, its mission was to unlock the secrets of mind control, initially focusing on interrogation research and developing truth serums to gain intelligence from adversaries. However, this quickly spiraled into something far darker and more unethical, driven by the desire to manipulate human consciousness and behavior on a grand scale, pushing the boundaries of scientific and moral conduct. Under the direct supervision of Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist and spymaster, the CIA began testing LSD and other potent hallucinogens on unsuspecting individuals, often without their knowledge or consent. Subjects included a wide range of vulnerable populations: students, hospital patients, prisoners, drug addicts, and even CIA agents themselves, all subjected to these experiments without their informed consent or any ethical oversight. The goal was to break the mind down completely and then attempt to rebuild it, pushing the absolute boundaries of ethical experimentation in a desperate search for control over the human psyche. Test subjects endured forced drugging, prolonged isolation, severe sleep deprivation, and sensory overload, with many suffering permanent psychological damage and some never recovering from the trauma inflicted upon them. In San Francisco and New York, the CIA established illicit safe houses disguised as brothels for a particularly disturbing subproject called Operation Midnight Climax, overseen by Federal Bureau of Narcotics agent George Hunter White. Hired prostitutes lured unsuspecting men, who were then secretly dosed with LSD while CIA agents observed their reactions from behind two-way mirrors, meticulously documenting the effects of the drugs. The objective was to study how drugs, fear, and suggestion could manipulate human behavior, erase memory, and potentially create programmable individuals for espionage or other covert operations. When these dangerous experiments went awry, files were immediately shredded, and witnesses often disappeared, leaving no trace and ensuring that the truth remained buried and unaccounted for. In 1953, CIA scientist Frank Olson, a U.S. Army bacteriologist, began questioning the ethics and morality of these increasingly disturbing experiments, expressing deep concerns about their human cost. Days later, he fell from a 13th-story window in New York City, officially ruled a suicide. His family was told nothing about the circumstances or his involvement in MKUltra, leaving them in the dark. Decades later, an exhumation of Olson's body revealed signs of head trauma before the fall, casting serious doubt on the suicide ruling and leaving his controversial case officially open to this day. In 1973, fearing widespread exposure and public outcry after the Watergate scandal, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered all MKUltra files to be immediately destroyed, attempting to erase the program from history. Tens of thousands of incriminating documents were burned in a desperate attempt to cover up the program's existence. But a few crucial files miraculously survived the purge, misfiled, and forgotten. In 1977, a Freedom of Information Act request unexpectedly uncovered 20,000 misfiled pages, finally revealing the program's horrifying existence to the public and exposing the CIA's dark secrets. Congressional hearings followed, with brave victims testifying about their harrowing experiences, but despite the revelations, no one was ever held accountable or punished for these egregious human experiments. The experiments were officially labeled inconsistent with American values, a mild condemnation for such severe ethical breaches, and then quietly forgotten by many, fading from public memory. MKUltra didn't truly end, Instead, its research and methodologies evolved, shaping modern interrogation techniques, the development of truth serums, and various psychological warfare programs that continue to this day. Some believe its influence extended to later, equally controversial projects like the Montauk Project and various Cold War remote viewing programs, suggesting a continuous thread of clandestine research. The CIA dismisses these connections as mere myths and conspiracy theories, yet the disturbing pattern of science conducted without conscience remains a chilling and undeniable legacy of Project MKUltra. They claimed it was all for national security, a necessary evil in the Cold War, but what they truly sought was absolute control over the human mind, a power that should never be wielded. Project MKUltra proved one undeniable and terrifying truth. The most dangerous weapon on Earth is not a bomb or a bullet, but belief itself, when manipulated and controlled.